Wow, JJK is over. It's actually over. I didn't think I would see the day come, but the day is here and JJK is over. Raw leaks are all over the World Wide Web and they're crazy, mate. Before I talk about the leaks and give my initial thoughts on these raw leaks, just a quick heads up that there won't be a part 2 for JJK. According to various sources, the series is set to get a hidden inventory arc anime compilation film, a stage play in December of 2024, an exhibition in 2025, guess I was right about that, a new guidebook on October 4th, 2024, and all manga artists in Jump are going to comment on the ending of JJK. Of course, this is the final chapter, so if you're an anime only, get out of here. There will be major spoilers coming your way. You have been warned. I will not show any of the panels for obvious reasons, so I'll just use the descriptions posted by Jujutsu Kaisen at Jujutsu Spoilers. Thank you for posting these. Just to let you know that these are raw translations, so some of the dialogue might not always make sense, but it's giving you the gist of what's happening. On page 1, Nobara says that she does not feel the seal or the influence of the technique on the girl, so they understand that this is either a skill caster in terms of techniques. As a result, they try to figure out from what distance or where the technique could have been activated. On page 2, Nobara suggests going somewhere far away so that the technique stops working, to which Itadori agrees, but Megumi replies that they are idiots and it won't work. But why? On page 3, Megumi is trying to come up with a plan and figure out who the curse user is. Judging by the layout of this X account, it looks like that there were meant to be other pages in between this and the Gojo scene, but let's talk about the Gojo scene. So Yuji has a flashback about Gojo. I think this scene is set before Gojo goes on and fights Sukuna, and this is what Gojo says. When something happens, I want you to be there for me. I have love and dreams too, but you know, one day everyone will grow up and leave me behind, right? I honestly think it's better to have someone stronger than me who can truly forget my existence. Yuji then says, I could never forget you. Gojo says, not now though. Yuji then says, isn't that a bit concerning, sensei? Are you okay with that? Gojo then responds with, you are so young and naive. You are brimming with confidence, aren't you? And then Gojo finally says, I have high hopes for you, desire and ambition, with his eyes closed as he's saying this. I really love this scene because despite Gojo always being portrayed as this strong, capable warrior who doesn't seem to let anything get him down, the thing that bothers him the most is that one day people will grow up and leave him behind. He wants to be around people. I love how it's Yuji who is hearing this from Gojo, as Yuji has been going on this journey on trying to find meaning in life and what it means to have a good death. And what Gojo says is eerily similar to what his grandfather says. His grandfather in episode 1 tells Yuji to always have a lot of people and make friends with as many people as he can so that he can die surrounded with so many friends. But Gojo is talking about how people will eventually forget about him and he hopes that someone will be stronger than him and eventually the world will forget about him. Damn son, the contrast. In my opinion, it's the best scene in the chapter and my favorite panel in the past month. I do love how Gojo in his final moments is shown in a very heartwarming manner, although I'm sure most people will not like this and would much rather have Gojo be alive. Page 4 and 5 talk about thoughts about the radius of a technique, after which its effect disappears and the wife sees her husband's face as normal again and our trio begin to feel the aura. The final 2 pages then show Yuta, Maki, Panda, Kirara and Hikari, and Yuji, Megumi and Nobara. Yuji has a big smile on his face, and the final panel is what appears to be Sukuna's finger in that box in the first episode of JJK, and the finger is literally slap bang center in the middle of the frame, so it looks like that the finger is flipping us off in that final panel. Lol. So the chapter summary, Itadori and the guys take the couple away from the technique's range to burn the curse user. They find him, after which there is not even a fight. Apparently the cursed user surrenders. Yuji and him have a therapy session and Yuji remembers Satoru Gojo's words about how he has high hopes for Yuji Itadori. Everyone smiles at the end, walking off into the sunset in their groups. In the end, we see Sukuna's fingers in that very booth from the first chapter. The end. And that's pretty much the final chapter when it comes to the raw leaks. This final chapter pretty much feels like an epilogue to me. me, and I know this is just raw leaks, so not all the pages have been released and the translations are a bit messy, but Satoru Gojo does not make an appearance except for that flashback scene. Honestly, the chapter feels rather melancholic, particularly the Gojo flashback scene. It truly does feel like a happily ever after type ending. Yuji and the gang still have to chase down curse users and do what they always have to do, but with the big bad finally defeated, it looks like they can finally smile more from time to time. But honestly, mate, I really wish there was more to the story of JJK. I wish we saw more Gojo. I don't know, just the way these final few chapters have felt. I wish we got more Suka in the flashbacks, because the scenes that we did see of him looked really interesting in my opinion. It truly felt like it was building up to more, like a part 2, but with a part 2 not being announced, it just feels rather anticlimactic. The ending feels rather abrupt to me. Now, my opinions may change once we get official translations. I may feel more positively or negatively about this chapter, but until then, for now, I am sitting more at a 6 out of 10 for the ending of JJK. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I'm just a bit with it, and that's a little bit unfortunate, as JJK has been a very action-packed, very high octane manga series with many highs and lows, some amazing character interactions and moments, and honestly this final arc was really good. I really enjoyed this final arc. It's just those final 5 chapters that just made me go, Maybe when Studio Mappa eventually adapt the final chapters, they can slightly expand and extend some scenes, give it time to breathe, and with the added colors, animation, artwork, voice acting and music, it's possibly going to be a better experience watching it. But it is what it is. Mate, I am very curious to know what people have to say about this ending. I haven't read any comments just yet regarding the ending, so I have no idea what the fandom are feeling right now. What's Reddit like? What's TikTok like? What's YouTube like? I have no idea, but I'm excited to see what people have to say. I do have a feeling that it's going to be mixed. Some are gonna love it and some are going to hate it. But regardless of how you feel, let's thank Gege Akutami for writing this really fascinating series known as Jujutsu Kaisen, a series of highs and lows, constantly trending every single week, spoiling me and other anime onlys, forcing me as an anime only to have to read the manga. I am looking forward to the official chapter. I'm going to do a proper review on that, and hopefully I may feel better about the chapter once it gets proper translations. But we just got to wait and see. Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of this final chapter? The leaks, did you like them or did you hate them? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more Jujutsu Kaisen reviews, breakdowns, rankings, as well as other anime updates, news, videos and all that jazz. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy do the view signing out.